Hi, I'm Toby Rifkin, and we're in front of the mural that is up on the wall of the fabulous Chameleon Cafe restaurant. I don't think it's a Chameleon Cafe anymore, it's a Chameleon restaurant. And I've been asked to tell you a little bit about how this got here on this wall. And it started at the Lauraville Fair, where I asked some passers-by, anybody, young, old, and in between, to make drawings of what makes Lauraville great. And a 5-year-old and his mom did some really great drawings, and so we turned that into one drawing, and that became a neighborhood project that, with the help of BOPA, the Baltimore Office of Promotion and Arts, we got $1,000 to work. There were 55 of us who worked on this, so this was not one person's project, but 55 people's project. Neighbors from all over worked catty corner to where we are now, which used to be an empty lot, but now is the Market Connection every Tuesday night, a happening place. And pretty much that's what happened. That's the project. It went from a drawing to neighbors getting together, and then installation of it on the wall with a lot of people's help. Well, you know, passing by this booth, it was really just a fluke. And Evan Pugh is the child. He is older than he used to be, but at the time he was 5 years old, and a darn good artist for a 5-year-old. And he drew, in drawing what was great about the neighborhood, he was thinking of Herring Run. And he drew a heron, and he drew a herring, and then he drew the river in between them, or the stream, or the creek, or that body of water down there to the left. And it was such a strong drawing, it was pretty incredible. And what his mom added to that was that she drew a tree, because of course the park is all about trees as well as the stream. And she also wrote into it the text, Lauraville, a great place to nest. That really sums up, between those two drawings, it sums up the best thing of what this neighborhood is about. That we nest here, that we love our environment, that we want to protect our environment, and we're noticing what is in the environment. The next step was sending the drawing and some ideas for where it could go to the Baltimore Office of Promotion of the Arts. And at the same time, actually, I'll back up. Before doing that, talking to Nogli, talking to Laurie Shetler, who was the director at the time there, and getting the approval of 3 or 4 businesses, including Louis, who owns the building that the Parkside restaurant is in, and Brenda and Jeff, and some other people, so that we had a series of possibilities of where the mural could go. It was thought maybe we would originally have it on the south side of the Chameleon, or we might have it on the north side of the Parkside building. We even toyed around with, you know, maybe it could go around Clifford Upholstery somewhere. And so all of these suggestions, plus some support from Morgan State University's art department, particularly Professor Blaise DiPaolo there, helped us get on our way by saying this is something that can happen. This is a community project that's viable, and it can be done. Well, it has no paint really in it. This is a ceramic mural. It's all about clay and glaze and grout and glue. And John Kovakovich spending a lot of time bracing stuff and gluing, and his whole family and just everybody else being involved. So when you're looking at the texture here, you're looking at 400 pounds of clay that was glazed by neighbors, and some of the glazing you can see if you look at the leaves in the tree or look at the stones in the river, that they're actually like mini paintings out of clay, out of glaze rather. And the rest of the pieces that make up this mosaic mural are pieces of clay that my high school students, with donning goggles and masks and aprons and hammers and weapons of destruction, managed to make into smaller pieces, what they were originally fired at. And those pieces are what make up the mural. Plus, on top of that, after being glued up there, the pieces have grout. The grout does have some acrylic paint in it, so that the grout color does match some of the glaze that's in it. It's really not a painting, it's a mosaic. put out an email, so the people who read their email saw that it was there, but mostly I think it was the visibility of just being out on the parking lot that is over here across from the Safeway, and people passing by knew that every day between, I think it was 5:30 and 6:30, we would be there. So my partner Vicki and I schlepped all the materials every day, schlepped it back at the end of 6:30 home, and it just got heavier and heavier every day, but we were okay with it. And what happened was that it started growing. I mean, not only did it get heavier, but it got much more visible as more and more got added. We did it, as you can see if you look at this, it's really 9 panels that are 2.5 square each that were put together, so nothing was bigger to carry or to move around. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of Evan. I'm proud of Cami Calarasi, his mom. I'm proud of all the neighbors for getting together. I mean, I met so many people that I didn't know in this neighborhood, and we all met each other. We had pizza together, and it was so much about camaraderie and so much about, doesn't matter what your background is. We've had in this project retired painters, little kids, moms, dads, everybody. Anybody who just had any interest in doing something together with other neighbors participated. That was probably the best thing about it for me, was the neighborhoodness of it all.